Hello, it's Perryco's Rant Corner time, and today we're going to talk about a game that really sends you to hell. Literally. Dante's Inferno. When this game came out, I was really excited because I did follow the original Dante the Poet's, his little journey to hell and to heaven and the middle place. You know what I'm talking about, feds. But anyways, this game really gave an interesting touch of what it was like to be in hell. I should state that Visceral Games, by EA, makes other games like Dead Space, so you know they're going to be a little fucked up. But anyways, I was very excited to get this game. I got it probably 3 days after it came out. Got the special edition, all that stuff. Starts off, you're a crusader named Dante. Alright, fantastic. You kill a bunch of people. Fantastic. Well, anyways, you fight through a bunch of crowds and stuff, and you find out that your wife's been killed by some douchebag. Well, I don't want to ruin the game for you, but since you're watching this, I'm going to ruin it for you anyways. You screw this guy's wife, he gets pissed, kills your wife. Is that fair? Yeah. But, anyways, you're pretty upset. Well, it just so happens that the devil takes your wife Beatrice's soul and drags her to hell. So what do you gotta do? You gotta go to hell and save her. So you go through about 9 levels of hell. The first level, pretty mediocre. Only, it's not many bad people go there. If you don't get baptized, you go there. So I'm like a lot of people are gonna be going there soon. I don't know. Anyways, the only messed up part about that is the freaking demon babies. And let me tell you, that is pretty messed up. Demon babies. Well, you ever see Baraka from Mortal Kombat? Yeah, like that, if you had a bunch of babies. So the first level, you just go through it. It's pretty easy. You see some cool things like King Minos, who sentenced you to hell. Then you see the giant ship. That's cool. Some real cool stuff. The atmosphere is real cool in this game. Then the second level, you go to lust. Lust. Like, oh, what are you gonna see? A bunch of titties? Yeah. And vagina monsters. You heard me right, folks. Vagina monsters. Like freaking hands coming out of their legs and killing you. Yeah. Interesting, to say the least. You fight Cleopatra and Mark Antony, and Mark Antony's like her little sex slave, and it's rather annoying, but, it's a decent fight, not a great fight, but the visuals are really good on this game. Then you go to Gluttony, and you see where all the fat asses are. It's not necessarily as what you would think, but considering that, like, the main thing in Gluttony is, well, apparently Cerberus. It's like this 3-headed, fricked up looking thing. Not the dog we would usually think we'd see in Hercules. No, words cannot describe what it is, but it's Cerberus. And you go in its mouth, and it's really cool parts. I mean, there's a lot of parts of hell that, like, you think every level it offers you something new that you don't really, you never really thought about. The fourth level is greed. A lot of money. People who are only concerned about money, Jewish people, are usually there. And you find an interesting fact that in the fourth level dwells your father. Yes, your father was not a very nice man. It seemed all he cared about was money. And, well, you have to fight your father. And you fight him, get his cross, his weapon. Pretty decent fight, rather annoying, but it was somewhat enjoyable. Like, it had its iffy moments. Well, then you go to the fifth level, which is probably my favorite level, which is anger. The cool part about anger is it's a long level, and it is like there's a whole city dates to that level. It's called the City of This. I mean, that's like one of the coolest parts in the game is when you ride on a giant's back. When I say giant, I mean huge. I mean, you go through the city and you destroy things. Real fun game. Probably one of the best surprises on that game. Then you go to the sixth level, which is Heresy. I thought Heresy was like the worst one, but apparently not really. So then you just see people get burned alive, Pretty interesting stuff. There's some challenges in that level, but, it's straightforward. Then the last few levels after that, like, violence, it's pretty short. It's real real to the point. There's really just the visuals are cool, but there's no real development. It's like the 8th level is probably the most annoying, and I hate that level. It's like not even a level, it's just challenges. It's the fraud level. When you get there, you do a bunch of stupid challenges that really kind of, they hurt the game more than help the game. I really did not enjoy any of those challenges. I mean, there's like 1 or 2 that was somewhat fun, but a lot of them are just more annoying. Then finally you get to the 9th circle, which is Lake Cricotus and the Realm of Treachery. It's pretty cool considering that you wouldn't think that the very last circle of hell is ice, but it just so happens to be. It's really straightforward, and there's an annoying part with a little maze on ice, which can be very annoying, but if you're patient, you should do well. It's like, what? Anyways, the final boss. Who do you think it is? The Devil. The Devil is it's a good final boss fight. Like he has many stages. You see his ultimate demon stage. You see his normal stage. I mean, it's a good fight, you know, and I enjoyed it greatly, and the visuals, again, are very, very tremendous. The ending to the game does indicate that there will be a second one, although I do not think there will be, because, you know, how are you going to follow that up? Like, everybody really cared about seeing what the hell it would be like. So, overall, it's a very good game. I would say that graphics are great. The plot has its holes, but it does build characteristics about Dante. You find out that he's not the best guy in the world, and that he has every level of hell. He is like, it applies to him in some way, such as lust. He cheated on his wife. Such as greed. He wanted to be the famous nobleman. Such as treachery. He betrays his wife. So it is a kind of a happy ending though, because he does eventually save his wife. You know, because he pretty much has to. I mean, come on, it's his fault. She's in hell. But I would probably give this game probably 8.5 out of 10. I mean, a lot of people didn't really enjoy this game, but I did. I mean, some of the fights on here, like the Grim Reaper, he's kind of a candy ass. You wouldn't think the Grim Reaper is that much of a candy ass, but I mean, you get your sight from him, so you know it's cool. What else? Any advice I would give for this game is cross attacks, yes. Scythe attacks, no. Because on the final boss, it's just the devil, your scythe attack doesn't do anything. Only crosses do. And let me tell you, crosses are so much more effective than the scythe. Like, I barely even use the scythe. I use the scythe maybe 1/5 of the time. It's like, but, you know, do what you want. If you want to be a bad guy, be a bad guy. If you want to be a good guy, be a good guy. If you want the game to be easier for you, be a good guy. Use your conscience. It's like, there's other parts in the game that are really fun. Like, you can attach things to your character to make him holy or unholy. Some of them make your scythe stronger, some of them make your crosses stronger. You can do whatever you please. There are some things in the game which I really don't have too many complaints with. Just the fraudulent level is just really cheap. And it seems like some levels you're in forever, and some levels you're in for 5 seconds. Like, I would really like to see more of the final level. I feel like you just rushed it. But then I think in Greed, you're in Greed forever, like for like an hour. And it's, I don't know, Greed isn't that interesting of a level to me. Maybe it is to you. If it is for you, then that's great. I would say this game is pretty good, but it's kind of a God of War ripoff. I mean, let's face it, it's not as good as God of War. I mean, it's a good game though. I would, you know, if you wanted to play it, I would definitely play it. It's on sale right now. It's a good game. It's a game you probably play once, then wait a couple months, play again. It's a fun time. Yeah, pretty good game. I wouldn't, people diss this game, but I wouldn't. Like, I really wouldn't. I like Crusaders. I like the story. Overall, very well done. This is the Perryco telling you about games. And I am out of here.